South Park and video games have not always seen eye to eye. Even though the two seem like a match made in heaven, it's been a rough road for South Park games with a handful of mediocre titles on its resume.
I was once used for pleasure as an anal plaything.
Does anyone remember this? The Stick of Truth looks to change all that. It's the first game with direct involvement of series creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and was developed by Obsidian Entertainment, a studio with a lot of experience making RPGs.
Your clinic is infected with the Nazi zombie virus. Nazi zombies? That's ridiculous! And bigoted! I happen to be German. Is one of them?
The incredibly sharp writing and consistent humor is the reason the Stick of Truth kept me coming back for more. It's the game's biggest strength. The presence of Trey Parker and Matt Stone is evident.
Let's see how you like dealing with me.
The game has you playing as the new kid in town on a task to go out and make friends with the kids of South Park, who are all in the midst of a heated game of real-life Dungeons & Dragons. You are quickly recruited to one of the factions and are thrust into the conflict over the ownership of the Stick of Truth.
Oh, who's your new friend, Eric?
Shut up, Mom. Not now.
If you're looking for a deep, complex RPG that you can sink a lot of time into, the Stick of Truth is not it. Personally, this is not a game that I played for its game mechanics. It's a very streamlined RPG. It's something more along the lines of Paper Mario. Not that that's a bad thing.
Here you can see our massive stables, overseen by the level 9 ranger, Scott Malkinson, who has the power of diabetes.
You're given 4 different classes to choose from, though they don't really differ much from one another. However, the amount of visual customization you have for your character is actually pretty impressive.
A white thief? Never heard of one, but interesting.
The game seizes every opportunity to poke fun of video games and the RPG genre, which is always good for a laugh, but even the Stick of Truth can't help but have the usual RPG tropes. Go recruit this character or go fetch this item are common quests in the Stick of Truth. Although the game does have a handful of sequences that really change things up and admittedly caught me off guard, I still found myself completing every side mission I came across just to experience the crazy dialogue and interactions.
You found me! Tee-hee-hee! Next time finding me won't be so easy!
You entered douchebag, is that correct? Are you sure you want to keep the name douchebag? Very well, douchebag.
More than any other game based off of a TV show, South Park: The Stick of Truth really captures the essence of the show. That might be obvious given the involvement of the show's creators, but just from a visual standpoint, The Stick of Truth is spot on. In glorious HD, the 2D world of South Park has never looked so good. Well, as good as South Park can look. I did encounter a couple of bugs that forced me to reload a save, but it was nothing that ruined the experience. It's worth noting that I was playing on the PC version of the game. Never before has a game made me laugh, even when sorting through the menus. Stick of Truth is packed to the brim of humor and fan service. Anywhere you look, there's visual gags or references to the show. That being said, being familiar with the South Park TV show, while it's not 100% necessary, will greatly enhance your enjoyment of the game. Still, I'm hard-pressed to recommend this game to people who don't watch the show. And just like the TV show, The Stick of Truth can be fairly offensive. While I welcome that content with open arms, this is not a game that I would play in front of my parents.
Objection! Take it from me if you can, Wizard King. Step forward now and fulfill your
South Park: The Stick of Truth may just be one of the funniest games I've ever played. Despite a few technical hiccups, I found myself laughing through the entire 12-hour campaign. The combat might be a tad shallow and it won't exactly test your gaming skill, so I can't recommend this game to everyone. But if you're a fan of the source material, you're going to enjoy this game. South Park: The Stick of Truth scores an 8.0 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching my review, guys, and stay tuned to Public Cocoon and Beiruti for more reviews and gameplay.
Step forward now and fulfill your Step forward now and fulfill your destiny.